All right, switching gears to weather. Clouds are slowly breaking from the north to the south after the exhaust from some of these thunderstorms that we had earlier today is starting to fade away. Now the sun's coming back out. Temperatures are starting to go right back up. Earlier in the 70s across parts of northwest Arkansas. Now we're back in the 80s. We've cooled off a little bit in the River Valley, but we'll also get a little bit more sun here shortly. You're looking off towards the north. Very chaotic. We're watching a couple of thunderstorms in southern Kansas, heading into northern Oklahoma. Another complex of multiple complexes of storms across Missouri headed south. We're kind of in this dry spot to the north where we would watch our thunderstorm chances the next couple of hours. You see a few cells, but so far they're pretty weak. So when we look here at home, there is a small chance for a shower for the next several hours. Could be a pop-up, about a 20% chance, but I think the bigger chances for rain and storms will be off towards our east. We have a new severe thunderstorm watch coming out from the Little Rock office. They went ahead and included Johnson County and Logan County to be extra safe. We're watching these thunderstorms come out of Branson, and they're headed towards the south. They're more headed towards Conway and Little Rock, but we are under that watch for Clarksville, Paris, and Boonville. Otherwise, you see all these orange alerts. Those are heat advisories across Northwest and for parts of the River Valley. And notice how they've been canceled for a second, where we have the clouds across Franklin, Sebastian, Sequoia County. Maps looks really wonky with all the different alerts out there. We picked up a little bit of rain for some of the storms that came in, mainly in northwest Arkansas and for parts of eastern Oklahoma. The storm that was coming into Sequoia County weakened dramatically right on the southern end of Lake Tenkiller. We had a little bit of rain towards Vian and Gore and Webbers Falls. This storm dropped a lot more rainfall across parts of western Benton County, went right through Gravette, Gentry, Decatur, right to XNA, and then Springdale, Tawnytown, Fayetteville, and then dissipated as it was trying to head its way towards Elkins. So when you wrap up some of these rainfall totals, Highfill right at the airport there, XNA, over an inch of rain, almost an inch in Gravette, but then a lot of us in parts of the Springdale area, especially around Elm Springs, picked up a little over half inch. You hop into Washington County, we're down to barely, even kind of registering on the rain gauge. So it definitely got weaker as it moved south and east. But still watch out for a very small chance for a shower this evening. Temperatures trying to fall back to the 80s. We're watching the go back to the mid and upper 80s, and then they'll start to cool back down. In the River Valley, temperatures have been all over the place, to be honest. Some of us in the 90s right now. Some of us are trying to cool off to some 80s with those extra clouds. But I think there's just a small chance for an isolated pop-up to our north. Could come in. Better chances for rain to our east, so about a 60% chance once you head east of Clarksville. But then tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up. We'll have partly cloudy skies. Check in with meteorologist Stephen Elmore. He'll be helping you get out the door tomorrow. We're talking about big-time heat coming in. Temperatures approaching towards 100 degrees. I think we'll stay below the 100-degree mark in northwest Arkansas. Mid and upper 90s expected. There could be a couple partly cloudy skies in the morning and then more sunshine in the afternoon. River Valley, same story. More sunshine breaking out. Question is who hits 100 and who stays at 99. But this heat ridge will continue for the next several days. You're looking at that jet stream, which would bring storm and cooler rain chances. Those are off towards the north. But then by Friday, it dips back south, and that's going to help us cool off just a little bit by the end of the week. Until then, we're in that alert and danger category for the heat index. Rain chances will be very few and far between until Friday, and that's when some cooler air is on the way. So northwest Arkansas, you see that dip. We're headed back to some mid-80s by Friday. That's some good news. Well, we've noticed so far with all of our heat waves that have come in, they've only lasted for a few days.
Very
we get rain eventually.
Okay. There you go. That's a nice positive spin on that.
Well, trying.
Yes.
Yeah, so positive. I love it. Thanks, Matt. We'll still have lottery jackpots are growing.